All right, I have decided to work on this today and organize it. And as you see, with the little cups that I have, pull one out, you're kind of constrained to just 4 of those in there because there's holes in the bottom. It's an old Coke container, and I'm in my pajamas, so I'm not going to show you me. But I have cut cardboard, just a soda box, put it in the very bottom, and I can now fit 9 of those in there with no cup. So I'm going to proceed to cut, these are about 2.5 by 2.5, and I'm going to proceed to cut a bunch of these. I also have to cut a slight piece that will go down here, just in case any of these smaller, like scribble sticks and stuff, Caran d'Ache, try to fall under. They probably won't, but it's only a few extra minutes and some cheap cardboard. So there we go. That is what we are doing on this one. All right, as you see, that would have worked nearly perfectly. But then we got to the gelatos, which are so much shorter. And I mixed them with the quick sticks. Quick sticks are fine. They're a good size. But once you hit the gelatos, they do fall underneath in there. And I need a full bottom on this, but I'm going to come up with a different solution. As cute as this is, it is not going to work for me. All right behind my desk, there's this acrylic drawer, and I've got some stuff in it. I'm going to use some of these drawers. I know they work. I've had my stuff in those, and I've got plenty of them, so I am going to start putting them away in these. Okay, here we go. This is where it is. I put my Linka Stella up there. These are a mix of Caran d'Ache and scribble sticks. Same. These are my, what are these, art crayons. More quick sticks, Stabilo, overflow of Stabilo, gelatos, and the other quick sticks. And in the rest of them, I've got my glitter, my embossing powder. This is antiquing gel, just some random mark making things. Yeah. Nothing of interest and nothing of permanence at the moment. So there we go, right behind my desk. So that officially cleared off a good portion of where I work because I didn't have another place to put it. And we'll just have to pull down what we need. All right, so after I got all the, now that the sun's not shining on it directly, all the mixed media in there, and I redid this shelf here. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, put most all of my acrylic markers. These are all the Arctics markers. And then I have, let's see, those are, I think they're more acrylic. Ohuhu acrylic and Posca pens. Let's see, didn't do anything there. These are all what I use on a daily on my desk, but I changed that around a little bit. So my desk is now cleared off. I took the big rig off there, so I don't have the camera here. I have plenty more space to work. And yeah, this has opened it all up and given me a brand new thought for my art area. And yes, there's the rig. That'll go down in the dining room for when I use it when I want to film in the dining room. We'll be doing some styrofoam heads, and that'll be where some of the stuff is. And then I don't know why this is so crooked. I gotta get down there and see if one of the feet broke, the wheels. I did this in my closet. I put the shelves up. Oh, that was the other thing, is I moved all these watercolor, because I don't need them out. I only get them out when I'm having to use fresh watercolor or if I'm filling a palette. And I don't want to put them in a drawer because I will forget about them. Kinda. So, that's what I've done so far today. And I'll come back. Alright, so we are moving on. It is 7:47 p.m. on February 8th, Sunday. For some reason, it's the only day I seem to make it into my craft room. 68 degrees in here and a little under 0 degrees outside. Moving my alcohol markers. I just got one of these. They tilt. And I'm going to try my alcohol markers on this, see if I like it. If I do, let me get you turned. I have this whole set of alcohol markers to move over there as well. So let's see how this works out. All right, I am already liking this so much better than this. I like that I can just like say this is a green, pull it out of the green. I don't have to, look for a particular number, a particular row or anything. And my hand shakes so bad I constantly hit these. So even if I have to purchase a smaller one, this is the larger one, and I will put a screenshot in here. This is the one that I got. I think I'm gonna get a smaller one, same height, just enough so that I have plenty of room. Like this one is too tight, so plenty of room to just shove one of the things in, and it'll go by color, color coordinate. So Roy G. Biv, there we go. And here we are with this. I've got the reds, pinky reds, salmon colors, then kind of orangey earth tones, not quite coming across on the camera so well. And then the oranges, and then a ton of earthy tones that go into yellow, yellows into yellow green and greens, greens into blue green and green blues, and then lots of blues. And then we're headed into blue violet and violet, and down to the red violet, reds. I'm not seeing anything else other than that. But those are all pinky tones to me. I will be testing all of these. I have some swatches. That leaves me with two spaces that tilt back. The bottom, I think I'm going to, because there's a space down here. I think this is all going to be my grays, which are basically what's left. And that took me, it is 8:56 now, so about an hour or so. And the only thing I have left is these are the refills that I have. So I'll figure a place for them, and I will be kind of course correcting on this as I go, but for now this is a decent generalized, this works for me. It's one container instead of two of the big containers like this, and I can just pick according to the actual color. And I would suggest, if you ever did something like this, anytime you go to use a color, until you really get to know every one of the colors really well, test it out on a piece of paper. Don't just assume, or have a color swatch, and then you can just go in and you know the Copic, because they're different sizes. And what else do I have? I have Hotu, which, let me tell you, I don't know much about Hotu, but they seem to be pretty true to color from the little ones from the few that I used. And then I've got Ohuhu. Couple types of Ohuhu, which we'll get into all of that later. But for right now, this is how I've decided to organize these so they can stay on my desk and I can use them more often without having to go through the slots and stuff. And I'll find another use for these. All right, final look. I just readjusted some of these, and yes, they actually do touch the back there, so they're not going to fall off. If they do, I can just adjust some of those. Again, all my reds, pink reds, oranges, salmons, all that. Then it goes to neutrals, yellows, yellow green, greens, blue green, green blue, blues, blue violet, violets, and then into red violets, pinks, more red violets, really bright colors. And then I got all my grays. Now my I have Arctics. There we go. Arctics grays, the Oros. Love those. Two of them did not fit. And then I've got all my black and colorless blenders, and the rest of these from the orange over are refills. So there we have it. And let me show you what it looks like when it's in place. Okay, so I've had to do a little bit of rearranging. My mixed media is now, here's where my chair is. I can just reach down there and get the mixed media. And here is where I put the alcohol markers. And they are up against the wall. So if any of them falls, which one has as I was putting it there, because they've got little nubbins that don't make it slide. It fit perfectly. Let's see, right there. This is about 14 and a half, I think, inches wide. So this particular one was 14 inches. And so I'll have to, oh God, dig underneath all of that stuff. And these, if you're wondering, all of these are filled with jewelry making and mostly charms. We'll be working with them at some point, but that's how I have those organized, just to let you know. All in those fishing tackle bins. And then my sister gave me some things. I'm assuming I'm supposed to paint them. I'm not sure yet. So there we have it. And I believe I'm going to leave this week with this. It's almost 9:20 and I'm tired. And well, hold on just a minute. Okay, so it is 9:20 and I am extremely tired. It's on Sunday night, the 8th. And last week we had our stair railing put in. I'll insert pictures. And he's going to finish that up today. And yes, I'm in my pajamas already. He's going to finish that up today. He's going to finish that up tomorrow, Monday the 9th. And he's also, our contractor is also putting our storm door on the front of the house. So doing a couple little things around the house as well, I think. And so there's a lot there that has to be done. But I will say I am learning to take some time for, isn't that pretty up there? Side note, learning to take some time for myself. I made plans with one of my sisters. Well, I was supposed to today go up to her house, go up to one of my sister's house, but it's like all day long it's been -2. At the high, it went to 3 degrees, I think. So yeah, no, not gonna happen. So I stayed snuggled in and got some things done around the house. Tuesday I have coffee with my eldest sister. I'm gonna go up to her house. So yeah, I'm learning to take some time for myself. And then of course I've got my husband's appointments and my doctor's appointments and you know, all sorts of little fun things. And then next week we take all the dogs to the vets. My niece Carly is going to help me do that. So I'm super excited to get them back on track because they have not, they're puppies, but since my husband had the stroke, there's not a lot I could do other than manage every single day. Let me try and hold this steady. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I didn't realize till I was editing today's video that went up on the 8th that I don't make it in my room other than Sundays. So I'm going to change that too. I have a calendar journal type thing and a planner. That's what it's called, is a planner. And I'm going to start booking times. And short of any mishaps or if my husband needs help or something, I'm going to get up in here more often. So I do apologize for not getting here more than I have. I should be further along than this. But this is the least of my to-dos at the moment. So give me thumbs up. Keep commenting. I love the comments. I'm sorry I didn't get back to them. I wasn't getting notified that I even had comments. So I got that fixed today. Oh, I am tired. And I am headed off to bed. So, which probably seems weird because I'm putting these up at 7 a.m. I'm getting up out of bed then, about the time that this is going up. All right. I'll see you guys later. Like, subscribe. And, you know, I hope you're liking what I'm doing back here. Nothing's changed since last week other than what I just showed you. And I started this video last week. So, ooh, this is a trip. All right. I will see you guys later. Bye.